This is the Strait of Hormuz. It's just 34 kilometers wide. But if it shuts down, the global economy doesn't slow down. It stops. 20% of the world's oil flows through here. If Iran blocks it, partially oil could hit $150 a barrel. Food prices spike, markets crash, and your everyday life gets expensive fast. Here's the part most people get wrong. An Iranian victory doesn't mean defeating the United States or Israel. It means surviving and making war so costly that their enemies back off. That's the strategy. Not winning the fight, but making the fight impossible to continue. And the key to that strategy, not missiles, not tanks, Oak Point. Iran doesn't need to fully block the strait, just needs to make it too dangerous. Here's how. Naval mines in shipping lanes, anti-ship missiles from the coastline, and drone swarms targeting tankers. One successful attack. That's all it takes. Because the real trigger isn't destruction, it's fear. Insurance companies pull out. Ships stop moving. And suddenly the world's busiest oil route goes silent. Even BBC News and CNN have reported how minor attacks already disrupted shipping. Now scale that up. No ships, no oil, no stability. This is where it hits first. Oil, 20% of global supply gone overnight. Prices don't rise slowly, they spike. We've already seen oil cross $100 recently in a real shutdown. $150 isn't extreme. And here's the key. Even oil-producing countries feel it because oil prices are global. So yes, this hits everyone. And it doesn't stop at gas. Oil affects everything. Transport, electricity, manufacturing. Now add gas. Countries like Qatar ship massive LNG through this route. Shut that down. Energy prices explode in Asia and Europe. Then food. Fertilizer exports from the Gulf slow down. Farming costs rise. And suddenly groceries get expensive. This is how one disruption spreads everywhere. Now it gets worse. This isn't just inflation, stagflation. High prices, low growth, rising unemployment. It's the worst combo. Central banks get stuck. Businesses start cutting costs. Hiring freezes. Layoffs begin. Stock markets react instantly. Investors panic. Savings drop. So why not just reopen the strait? On paper, the United States Navy can clear it. In reality, it's a nightmare. Mine clearing under missile fire. Drone attacks, constant threats. It could take weeks, maybe months. And by then, the damage is already done. Alternate routes limited. Countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE have pipelines, but they can't replace Hormuz. Not even close. So this is the real takeaway. Iran doesn't need to win a war. To crash the global economy, it just needs to make this one place unusable. Because in today's world, the biggest weapon isn't always military. Sometimes it's economic. And sometimes it's just geography. If you want to understand another choke point that already shook global trade, watch our breakdown of the Suez Canal. And tell me, what's the biggest threat to the global economy right now?